No confidence vote. How many votes does Boris Johnson need? Published by BBC. A vote will be held between 1800 and 2000 British Summer Time on Monday, with the result announced shortly afterwards. Why is a vote happening? Some Conservative MPs have handed in letters calling for Mr. Johnson to resign. Pressure on the Prime Minister has grown following the publication of details of Downing Street parties which broke COVID rules. A report, by senior civil servant Sue Gray, said many of the gatherings should not have been allowed. What is a no-confidence vote? An attempt by Conservative MPs to remove their leader is known as a vote of confidence. For a vote to be held, at least 15% of Conservative MPs have to write a letter saying they no longer support their leader. At the moment, this works out as 54 MPs out of 359. Their letters are sent to Sir Graham Brady, the chairman of a group called the 1922 Committee, which represents them. On Monday he said there were enough letters for a vote to take place. How does a no-confidence vote work? To win, Mr. Johnson needs more Tory MPs to vote for him to continue, rather than be replaced. So, if every Conservative MP takes part, Mr. Johnson needs 180 votes, half his MPs plus one. Tory MPs won't have to say how they vote, but some will choose to do so. What happens if Mr. Johnson wins? If he wins, Mr. Johnson can continue as Conservative Party leader and Prime Minister. Under current rules, Tory MPs would not be allowed to hold another no-confidence vote for a year. However, there has been speculation some could try to change the rules to hold another vote sooner. When asked about it, Mr. Brady said, "Technically, it's possible. It is also possible that if Mr. Johnson won by only a few votes, he could be persuaded to think twice about whether he had enough support to continue." Previous Tory leadership challenges. Theresa May. In a vote over her Brexit policy, Mrs. May survived a confidence vote with a majority of 83 in December 2018. Despite winning, she resigned as PM 6 months later. Ian Duncan Smith. Following months of speculation, the Tory leader narrowly lost a confidence vote in October 2003 and resigned. John Major. Triggered a contest in 1995 by resigning as leader of the Tory party, though not as Prime Minister, amid disagreements inside the party over Europe. Mr. Major beat challenger John Redwood, but went on to lose the 1997 election. Margaret Thatcher. Resigned as PM in 1990 after failing to win outright victory for party leadership. She beat Michael Heseltine by 204 votes to 152, but was persuaded to stand down by her cabinet. What happens if Mr. Johnson loses? If Mr. Johnson loses, he would have to resign. The timetable for electing a new Conservative leader would be set by the 1922 Committee. The winner would also become Prime Minister. This means a new PM could be chosen without a general election being held. This is because UK voters get to pick their local MP, and it is MPs who choose who is Prime Minister. How would a leadership contest work? In order to stand in a leadership contest, candidates need the support of 8 other Tory MPs. If more than 2 candidates stand, Tory MPs will hold a series of votes until only 2 remain. In the first round, candidates must get 5% of the votes to stay in the running, 18 MPs. In the second round, they must get 10%, 36 MPs. In the following rounds, the candidate with the least votes is eliminated. When 2 MPs are left, Conservative Party members around the country, not just MPs, will vote for the winner. If all but one of the candidates withdraw, as happened when Theresa May became leader in 2016, the remaining candidate becomes Conservative Party leader.